Today, we're diving deep into the concept of grace, extravagant grace. Let's explore how God blesses us beyond what we can imagine and what that means for us in our daily lives. First, let's look at how we've been blessed. The Bible tells us in Ephesians 1, 4, and 5 that God chose us and predestined us to be adopted as his sons and daughters before the earth began. Think about that. He poured out his grace, his unmerited favor on us. How beautiful is that? A few days ago, we talked about God's grace being a reflection of him and the finished work of Jesus on the cross. Our role was simply to believe and receive that gift of grace. Now, yesterday, I mentioned that the gift of grace carries responsibility. We don't work for our grace, it's freely given. But once we accept that gift of grace, we are expected to take care of it, to steward it well and handle it appropriately in our lives. There are a lot of people out there today that want to say grace means I can do whatever I want. It doesn't matter. It's a free pass to live however I want. It's easy to think it's okay. God's already forgiven me. But that's not what the Bible teaches. That is, in fact, a false teaching that is going around. Romans 6, 1 and 2 makes it clear that we should not continue to sin just so grace can be poured out all the more on us. Instead, 1 Thessalonians 4 and 7 tells us we've been called to a life of holiness, not to live in sin, but to walk holy. So here's the reality. When we gave our lives to Jesus, we were crucified with him. Our old self, the part of us that craved sin, is now dead. We've been given a brand new life. We're no longer slaves to sin. We've been set free. We have the power to choose. We've been set free from sin, so now we need to go and live like it. But with that freedom comes some more responsibility. You know, freedom has responsibility. See, we've received grace freely and extravagantly, and we're expected to give it away in the same way. That can be hard for us because that means something we don't want to hear. What does it mean to be a grace carrier? It means that we extend grace to people when they mess up, when they hurt us, and when things don't go the way we think they should go. So today, as you walk through your day, live out this incredible gift of grace. Walk in the call to holiness that you've been given and the grace that God's given you. Freely give it away to others. Let's be grace carriers in a world that so desperately needs it.